Ministry of Youth Empowerment and Sports is happy to have had Arnold School from Lancashire, England here in Grenada to play against our youngsters. In fact, it is one of 4 schools which visited the Spice Isle this year. Arnold School, which was founded by Frank Truswell Pennington on the 4th of May 1896, had the opportunity to play against several local school teams and under-15 cricketers. I caught up with Arnold School's coach Bob Evans in interview at the National Stadium. He was very happy to be in Grenada again and said that it was a big learning experience for the young English schoolboys. Mark, first and foremost, welcome to Grenada.
Thank you very much.
How has it been so far in this tour here?
Fantastic. We've been here for nearly 2 weeks now. We're coming to the end of our matches. We've played 7-8 games now. We've got obviously one today here in the National Stadium and then 2 games tomorrow. One at Woburn and then one at a venue to be decided. So we're coming to the end of our trip, so to speak.
What has been your success rate so far?
Last 2 games, it's getting better. We're learning off the island boys really. We've come here to become better cricketers, and the last 2 games we won at Lassa Jess 2 days ago. Came from behind, so to speak, and then yesterday we played at Progress Park and won a very high scoring game by just 13 runs. So we started off poorly, but we've got better and better as the games have gone on. So we're taking the best habits of your guys, and hopefully that's making our guys better players.
How has this impacted on your players so far?
I think we were going to be a strong bowling setup, but it was always the batting. I came here 3 years ago, same place, virtually the same tour, and we struggled with the batting. And it started off, we were struggling with the batting again, but yesterday, for example, we scored 196 for 5 in our 35 overs. So as the games have gone on, our batting's got better and better, so that's been the major highlight, really.
Tell us a little bit about your school. Cricket is a major part of extracurriculum.
In the summer, we're a school from Blackpool in Lancashire, so the northwest of England. So I guess from your point of view, Lancashire will be famous for Freddie Flintoff and Clive Lloyd from a previous era. It's a school of about 500, 600 pupils in the winter months, so September to December, and we will play rugby. And then obviously from May onwards, April, May onwards, it's athletics and cricket. So we do a lot of sport, a lot of different sports, but cricket would be the main sport for the boys in the summer months.
You've got, in the winter months, you've got indoor facilities?
Yeah, we have indoor nets. We've got 3 indoor nets. We're very lucky with outdoor facilities as well, and the weather is better. We've got AstroTurf wickets, and we have 6 outdoor nets and 2 fields to play our matches on. So on an average Saturday at home, there would be 3 teams playing at home on a Saturday in the summer and 3 teams playing away. And then there'll be various B team games, I would call them, in the week when other boys play as well. So there's a lot of opportunity to play.
How supportive are the parents and guardians of these youngsters? They're coming, gosh, thousands of miles away. What sort of support they get?
Well, very supportive. It's cost these boys in the region of £2,000. So that's 8,000 EC, I would say. And all that money's come from the parents. So without the parents, the boys wouldn't be here. It's as simple and straightforward as that. So extremely supportive. Yeah, without the parents, these things don't happen.
I would think that these boys are very passionate about this game, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, some of them haven't played as much as others. There are boys here who've played county cricket back home for Lancashire, and there's other boys who play what we would call district cricket. So you have your club teams and the better players play. So there's a whole range of abilities in our 23-man squad. But yeah, they love the game.
What would you say is the notable difference, or are the notable differences between your youngsters and those that are here in Grenada? Any particular differences you see in them, whether it's their physical abilities? What's your observation?
I've been on 3 tours now, 1 to Trinidad and 2 to Grenada, and the athleticism in the field is the first obvious one. Your boys are far, far stronger in the field than us, just in terms of their hand-eye coordination skills and their athleticism. And as I said to the boys before we came out, that would be something that I wanted to improve. You must take that away from the island. Their fielding is exceptional. Batting as well, which I've already mentioned. Bowling, we're good. We're pretty good with the bowling. I think we're fairly honours even, really, from that point of view. So if we go back better batters and fielders, I'll be a happy man.
Good. Now, have you been able to do a bit of touring around, a bit of sightseeing?
Yeah. We've done a lot. We did a full island tour, which took in everything from the nutmeg plantation to the rum distillery. And we've got a catamaran cruise coming up in a few days. We've been I'm losing track now. Help me out, boys. What have we been doing, Jeppo? Scuba diving. Went scuba diving 2 days ago, and whale watching 2 days ago as well. So we've seen pretty much whole aspects of the island. When we come on tours, be it rugby tours or cricket tours, any kind of tours really. We want to play the sport, but we don't just want to sit in the hotel. We want to go out and see the island. We've been around St George's, and I've been here before obviously, but these boys haven't, so trying to get them to sample the best of the island from that point of view.
You found it fascinating at all, or the youngsters?
Yes, just their reaction to how a different culture live, how they perceive things. Our boys are very lucky back home in terms of the affluency of the area that we live in, and they've come here and seen, and maybe the things that they take for granted, hopefully they might not take for granted when they go back home, because it's two completely different cultures, but both with a passion for cricket.
What about maybe future tours? Any intention of coming back, if not in Grenada, but in the Caribbean?
No, Grenada. I would come back to Grenada in 3 years' time. So 2014. That would be my plan, to come back with a different group of boys and do the whole thing all over again. We've been well looked after this time, and when you're touring from overseas, like you said, it's a long way to come. You don't just come for the cricket; you come to be well looked after, and the manners here are outstanding. The people are lovely, and we've not had a bad moment since we've been here. So I would come back without hesitation in 3 years' time.
Well, you're playing at the stadium. You've had the opportunity to go at Lassages and Oxford Progress Park. Any thoughts about the facilities at these particular grounds, and maybe the pitches, how they've played?
Very good. Last time we didn't get a chance to play at Progress Park and Lassages, and I know, again, we came in 2008, so the World Cup had just happened in 2007. I know those facilities were used by obviously Australia and a few of the other teams, so we didn't get that opportunity last time. We played at Montgelou last time, which was a lovely ground.
That's my village, you see.
Oh, very good. Okay, I've said the right thing there then. We played Montgelou twice last time. Actually, we had a very good tied game there, which actually Leroy, the umpire over there, did last time. We played at Victoria Park up at Grenville, and then we played here twice last time, and this is our second game here. So the facilities are comparable to back home in terms of the wickets. The wickets are different to ours. They're flat, they're hard. Your team won the toss yesterday at Progress Park and actually put us into bat on what we would consider a batting wicket. There was a little bit of rain, so they decided to have a bowl. That was their choice, and we scored 196. So whether that was the right choice or not, I don't know. But in terms of the grounds, the facilities, no, fantastic really. Got no issues at all there.
How were your team? Was your team able to cope with the climatic differences?
It's been a struggle. That's been I told the boys that would be the case. This idea of hydration before the games and during the games, they found it hard. We're coming from a climate. We've just left England, and it was roughly 12, 13 degrees, and we're coming here, and it's 28 plus, and it's humid. Yes, they was hot, but they get it as the tour's gone on. Is always the case. They're getting more used to it and getting better at coping with the conditions.
Very nice, and well, you've rated this experience here on a scale of 1 to 10 what?
15. I'll be very honest.
I like that. It was
been really good.
But we really do appreciate your coming, and we hope you can go back and say what a wonderful experience you've had here.
Definitely.
Just one last question though. Coming up from your school, any success story or any particular player that might have made it right to the top?
Not in recent years. The best player that we've brought in recent years is actually the boy you're probably going to talk to now, Richard, who's played county cricket. He's played for Lancashire over the last 2 years. But no, we haven't had a county cricket where we live is hard. If you play county cricket, you're an exceptional cricketer. Lancashire and Yorkshire have big numbers to pick from, and if you make it to under 13, under 14, under 15 county, you are good, be it a bowler or a batter. So from our point of view, if we get the odd boy who plays county cricket, then they're pretty good. They are very, very good.
Thank you very much, Mark.
Okay, no problem.
The team's captain also chipped in with his thoughts. Is this your first visit to the Caribbean?
Yes, it is, yeah.
How have you found it? Your first visit, how have you found the going?
It's very good. It's getting used to the heat, I think, playing the cricket here. The climate, when you're running around in the field, it's very hard. Need a lot of drink breaks.
But you have gradually sort of got into it?
Yes, yeah, getting used to it now, yeah.
Tell me a little bit about yourself, your cricketing ability. What do you do most? Is it all-rounder, bat and ball? What do you do?
I'm an all-rounder. Back in England, I've played county cricket and I played club and school level. Play quite often during the week. Probably in the cricket season about 5 times a week and get quite into it, yeah. Any
particular performance that you've had in your career so far that stands out?
Probably playing here. Last week I got 5-wicket haul here in the stadium. I was impressed with that.
Did you find the conditions extremely different to bowl on? Was it conducive to your style of bowling?
Yeah, I think the heat when it cracks up the pitch, it helps us, because I'm an off spinner, it helps the spin and makes it a lot easier for my bowling to help me get wickets. So
How was it mingling with these local youngsters? Of course, we've got different accents and all of that. Were you able to cope with them pretty well?
oh yeah, I'm getting used to it now, I think. Yeah, it's quite hard, but
And back at your school, could you tell me a little bit about your school? What is it like?
for cricket wise, yeah.
Cricket-wise?
During the season, yeah, there's a lot of cricket being played. Play a lot of teams during the season. I wouldn't say it's high standards here. It's very high standard here, but very competitive back home. Yeah, a lot of cricket's been played during the week, every weekend. Yeah.
What sort of routines do you do in terms of developing your game?
Training sessions. Before this tour, we had pre-season nets every week, try and prepare for the high standard coming here. In this cricket season, we have training sessions during the week all the time, just trying to prepare and get fitter and stuff.
You find it too intensive at times, or just something that you could cope with?
Yeah, something I cope with, get used to it, yeah.
What about your whole touring experience here? You had some times to go around, see a little bit of the country. You were able to make any sort of comparisons at all?
It's completely different to back home, I'd say. Better in some aspects, yeah. But yeah, it's really nice here. I like it.
Is it the sort of experience that you'd like to have again?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I'll come back. I don't think I'll go home.
Did you see any particular youngster here that might have just impressed you, that person that might have looked a little special, whether bowling or batting?
We didn't play him, but I think there was a guy who played for the senior national Grenadian team. We didn't actually play him, but I think he would impress me quite a lot. Hoping to play him in the last game, I think. Yeah, he's under 15, he already plays the senior side. So hopefully play him.
You got a chance to sample any of the local foods, no?
Yeah, got into some fish. Seafood, yeah, it was really nice here. Swordfish I've had, and stuff like that.
It was palatable, or you found it a little strange to your taste?
I enjoyed it. It was really nice. Getting used to it, I suppose. But yeah, it's really nice. I enjoyed it.
Just quickly tell me, what sort of support do your parents give to you in all of this, in your whole cricketing experience?
Oh, loads. They help with the fundraising and such to come on this tour. So yeah, loads of support.
Well, glad to know that you've enjoyed the time that you spent here so far. And any particular thing you'd want to say in closing to the youngsters, young cricketers here that would listen to you on this television show?
Keep playing cricket. Enjoy it to your high standard that you play. See you in 3 years' time.
Thank you so very much.
Welcome.
Pleasure.
Pleasure.
Hey, well done.
Thank you.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Youth Empowerment and Sports, Mrs. Vida Bruno Victor, expressed thanks to the team for coming to the Spice Isle.
Empowerment and Sport is very pleased to have had Arnold School visiting with us in Grenada. We're very happy that we could have provided good cricket competition for them. We hope that they did enjoy their stay and that they would come again. But more so, we hope that they would have learned from the experience of living and playing in the Caribbean, which I'm sure is so much different to playing in England. We too, I'm sure, would have learned from our experience, our boys would have learned from the experience that they would have had playing and mingling with them. Because this is what I feel helps with the development of sport, especially for young schoolboys. So I want to thank them for coming and to say to them, do come again. Enjoy your flight back home.
It was indeed a pleasure having Arnold School with us. Our boys learned a lot from your boys and vice versa. Please come again.